big story coming out of the Supreme Court. Sahara has thrown in the towel before the apex court, saying it's unable to find buyers for its properties. The Supreme Court has now asked the market regulator SEBI to take charge and start selling the assets. Prerna Baruah now joining us on the phone line with that story. Prerna, the market regulator was holding the title deeds for some of these properties. What exactly transpired today? Do we have any idea of the kind of timeline we're likely to see when it comes to these asset sales?
Well, Nanda, the Supreme Court has not given any timeline to SEBI, till the time that SEBI can, appoint a special, a committee or an agency for the evaluation of the properties. But of course, what transpired to this is that the Sahara Group, did point out, did observe before the Supreme Court that under the amended SEBI Act, SEBI has the power to sell the properties. So this is what led to the Supreme Court directing SEBI to sell Sahara's unencumbered properties worth 40,000 crore rupees. In fact, Sahara Group has submitted title deeds of unencumbered properties worth 40,000 crore rupees to SEBI, and SEBI will now, the Supreme Court has directed SEBI to sell Sahara's properties at up to 90% of the circle rates, and if at all, if it is below 90%, then SEBI can come back before the Supreme Court for further approval. In fact, during the course of the hearing, the Supreme Court did say that SEBI will have to undertake the process of selling Sahara's properties under the supervision of Justice B.N. Agarwal, and that Sahara Group should be duly informed about the steps taken during the sale. And then, of course, as far as the Supreme Court's observation to Sahara goes, Sahara said that the Sahara was unable to sell properties on its own, and also questioned why Sahara wasn't, selling its Ambi Valley property, which is worth 34,000 crore rupees, to which Sahara did say before the court that Ambi Valley property is an underdeveloped property, and in fact they were willing to sell Sahara Star Hotel in Mumbai, their F1 racing track, and also 4 private jets. In fact, Sahara did also say that there have been no buyers in this market and that they have tried their best in the last 2 years. So clearly, the Supreme Court will now hear Sahara case on the 27th of April, and meanwhile, SEBI will start the process of selling these 86 properties of the Sahara Group. Back to you.
So just a quick clarification, Prerna, these properties that you're talking about, I understand they're 86 in all, don't include Ambi Valley, and then I would imagine they also don't include the overseas hotels.
Yes, these do not include Ambi Valley, as also the offshore properties of Sahara Group.
Okay, so now SEBI that has been mandated to start selling unencumbered properties of Sahara. We understand there could be 86 of them, and SEBI will have to seek the approval of the Supreme Court if it is to go ahead, and the bids are received at below 90% of the prevailing circle rate. So that's the latest as far as this Sahara legal battle goes. Do remember, Subrata Roy has been in jail now for over 2 years, and the Sahara Group has been saying it's unable to dispose of properties to try and raise bail for Subrata Roy.